Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Duskmourn Chronicles. Yeah, that's it. Hello.
Hiya.
Cool intro, bro.
Cool intro. I totally planned that one.
Hello, Internet.
Yeah. All right. I blame it on the internet. Okay, so doing a recap of what happened last week is number 18, and I do actually have a thing, and my eyes have not yet got that much better. 18 is Chris.
Hit me. So, we did loads of admin last week. Dorian has come back from the dead. He had a conversation with his god, Halvoth, and we kind of tried a bit of group therapy. Avery goes by Avery and Avaradus now, and gave a very rousing speech to try and bring our fractured group back together, which was lovely. And they have agreed to work together for the common purpose of trying to defeat Vasak and, well, save the world, basically. Georgie and Gottfried went to go have a little bit of a chat with Alexander, and Georgie's trying to persuade him maybe it's not a good idea to marry the really old vampire lady. And Gottfried has also asked Alexander to clarify to the elves and other important powers that we're not kidnappers and, you know, we're the good guys, we hope. Whilst Dorian and Avery went and did some messaging as well. Dorian tried to message his mum, left him on red, so orcs. And also talked to the lady that we nicked the ball from before, and she says that they couldn't secure Shidoth because Lord Falador has moved the prisoner, so that's worrying. Anything else? Oh, and you talked to your love. Bentine.
Mm.
Oh, and you talked to your love. There are so many loves.
Lots of talking.
Yeah, lots of talking.
Love.
So less talking in this episode?
More.
Let's go kill something,
Okay,
goddammit.
We need to go talk to the Black Talon about how far they're going to get that airship.
And Charles.
Oh yeah, Charles. My crush.
More love.
Did I miss anything?
Gottfried,
Hashtag
who do
that's
you
my
love?
No, I think that was all.
Hashtag we love captains.
Apparently
Yeah.
so.
Gottfried, do you have a love?
Books and knowledge. Yes. 61. Give him a break. Okay. Your turn.
The city continues to hum with the activity of dwarves preparing for war. What are you doing?
Want to go and ask somebody, can we buy stuff?
Yes,
Good.
the stuff is available for purchase, sir.
Good.
What would you like?
Locate creature spell, do the same thing we did last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were in the Shadowfell looking for your ass.
Locate
creature spell,
creatures
maybe?
level 3, right?
I think it's level 4.
Level 4. 200 gold, and it's yours.
Okay.
Bearing in mind it only works on this plane, sir.
I am hoping my target is on this plane. If not, well,
And if it's a generic, like, bear, you're going to get some mixed results. It's much better to be specific.
I look at him sternly for a moment and go, I am a professor. I know what I'm doing.
I thought that just meant that you could speak the truth about subjects.
You be quiet.
Fair enough.
So yes, locate creature would be nice. Potions? Any potions knocking around?
What would you like?
Potion of giant strength for you?
Yeah, I'm going to have given you money.
Great, thank
I've
you.
given you 500 gold
Fantastic, because I
to
didn't
buy
know.
stuff, because I'm no good at knowing
Okay.
what to, buy. As you go do something, get some bread and stuff. I am going to be supervising Alexander to make sure that he does the message thing.
I am going to buy, if I can, a potion of haste and a potion of the biggest giant strength they have. Stone, storm, something crazy. Whatever they've got.
Haste is a level 3.
It's a level 3 spell, yeah.
All right, that will be 150 for the haste. It doesn't read out the warnings on
Good.
the potion. As for strength, you've got a bit of a deep pocket.
What do you have?
It's 1,000.
Oh, my pockets are not that
It's
deep.
permanent.
It's permanent.
No.
My strength is already really good.
20.
19.
What
What is
what
the-
kind of, what are we talking about here? What is it called?
If we were mathematically going to quantify what this would do, if you had an average strength and you drank this potion, you would be considered no longer of average, but of +2. Yeah.
What if you're already super strong?
Oh, no, it works all the way up.
Oh, we should put. Have we got that kind of money?
I've got.
It's illegal.
Yeah.
Doran has about 210 gold.
I have a fair few fundage left.
I've only 40 gold pieces.
Yeah. How much do you need?
1,000.
Well, you've given me 100. You've given me
I've given you
500. I've
500.
spent 150 of that, so I still have 350 left.
Plus 200.
Plus 200 is 550. You got.
Yeah, you can have 450.
Right. Sold.
These.
Very nice, very nice.
Making me do
Enjoy.
my maths, you bastard.
I will bring you back.
But just know that the woman's strength isn't everything.
You're very chatty, aren't you? Very opinionated. Goodbye. And off I go with my potions. Guffey's in a really
He's
shit mood.
taking all the cash. He's
Yeah.
like, customers. Hate them. Hate them.
So I will
Should have
warn
become
you.
a marine, but no, I started opening up a shop.
I will give you these to Georgie, and I will warn you that don't mix your drinks, essentially. And I'll warn you that the strength one is permanent.
Okay.
Go for it.
I will have been with Alexander at
Yes.
this point, so I'll
Um,
get those off your lane.
Alexander has sent the message to the High Mark.
Oh, good man.
Alright.
Good man yourself.
How are you feeling? Are the dwarves treating you well?
Yes. Yes. They're fitting me for a leg.
Oh,
Yes. I've spoken to the High Mark.
and
He's a very serious person.
they tend to
And they
be.
speak very strangely. But I have impressed upon him that you did not abduct me from Lord Thaladar, and that you are not bad people. He did ask some questions,
Right.
and I had to answer most of them. He has also informed me that my father is not responding to any communications.
Right. Well, what does that tell us?
In his words, it would dictate that he's trying to minimize any form of eavesdropping on behalf of an unseen enemy.
Perhaps. Or perhaps being controlled.
Yes, well, I guess that would be a thing. Anyway,
what
he said he's
questions
going to do a thorough investigation, and you should have an answer in about a year.
Great, great. That's so good to know. What questions did he ask, or they ask?
What were we doing in Quethland to begin with?
Right.
And so I explained that that's where you thought it would be best to take me after my parents were assassinated.
Yes. Okay, great. So, good things then.
Yes. He then wanted to know what Godfrey was doing and why the librarian had raised a flag.
Right.
I'm not sure why librarians would raise flags, but anyway, the librarian seemed very concerned over what Godfrey was doing.
All right. Well,
Apparently he was crying
really?
in the library.
In the library?
Yes.
Did he? Got really stressed about what happened with Avery and everything like that. A lot has happened.
Anyway, I don't think that's why they were upset with Godfrey.
No.
He was after some book or other.
Did they seem to know what this book was?
No, the High Mark didn't say.
Oh, right. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Well, thank you, Alexander. Really appreciate that. Is there anything else you think I need to know?
No, that was pretty much all that he said. Although he did also find that it was strange that I was testifying on your behalf, and he wanted to make sure that I hadn't been coerced or mind controlled.
That's good. That sounds like they're doing their due diligence
Yes.
there then. Did they, do I believe Alexander right now that he's
Give me an
telling
insight
me
check.
everything? Thank you. inside. Oh, well, that is just a plain old 6.
He is telling you the truth.
Great, good, great. Well, I'm really impressed, Alexander. Really glad that you're able to, talk to me. So, you're going to feel safe with the dwarves?
Yes. I have heard what you and Uncle G have said, and I've decided that I do need to act more like a king.
Okay. And by that you mean just being diplomatic, or?
I need to take matters into my own hands.
And what is your plan?
I'm still formulating that. I'm getting a lot of advice from a lot of different people, and I'm listening to all of that advice, and I'm trying to make the best course of action.
Well, that sounds very sensible. So well done. If you need anybody you just need to bounce ideas with, I'm here for you.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
He's being a very good boy.
He's being...
It's a
All
little
right.
bit scary.
Yeah. Okay, well, we've got a bit of a mission, so we're going to be leaving.
Yes, I understand. I hope that you triumph over this Fasek. And you should know that if you do, I've decided to officially appoint you as protectors of the realm. Ooh.
Well, that sounds lovely.
It has responsibilities.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure. It's like, it's a job, isn't it? But you trust in us. And I know I can be a bit hard on you sometimes. And I know this has been a lot, but yeah. Anyway, Georgie just gives him a really big hug.
Strength saving
Because she doesn't really...
Drink the potion already?
She's already been mushy
10
enough.
damage. Alexander's
But
dead.
she,
No problem.
he's a child, and yeah, she just gives him a really kind hug.
At first, he's sort of stiff, but then after a second, he reaches around and completes the hug.
Duh.
You've done your purchasing?
Yes, we spent an extra 200 on that scroll of... locate creature. That was 200, right?
Yes.
Done.
Lovely.
And I guess because I gave you money, I was with you.
Yes.
No, I just took it.
Yeah. So I will say, Gottfried, I sent a message to the Duskmourn.
Yeah.
I asked him about the whereabouts of the Crepuscularium. If he knew anything about it.
Mhm.
He said that the most recent rumor about its whereabouts, that I should ask you.
Well,
That signals that he doesn't know too much, right?
yeah, he is probably acting on what is known about me in Twilight University, that I have been searching for this book all my life.
That's what I thought.
Believe me, if I knew what it was,
Hmm.
I wouldn't be wasting time doing anything else but finding it and securing it. Can I ask you to send another sending spell
Yes.
to your contact in the Twilight Order and the Athenian democracy?
Yes.
Ask them to relay the following to whoever is closest to the High Mark. We must not let this message get to this Thalador.
Okay.
It's very simple. It is as follows. Can prove logically that establishing motives of the 4 abductors kidnapping Alexander necessary to establish whether internal threat to Quethlin exists. Signed, Professor Schopenhauer. 25 words.
Do you think Alexander could post that message for you? He met him.
I want Alexander doing his official thing and this to be something separate.
Okay. Which we don't know who's going to intercept the message if we don't know.
Yeah, there are no guarantees. Obviously, we can only do our best.
I sent a message also to Gavrel Umbrella from Quethlin, the Veilkeeper of the Twilight Sanctuary. She is the formal position of power with the Twilight.
Patron, yeah.
She informed me that Shidoth was taken for relocation by Lord Thaladar?
Thalador, yeah.
Thaladar.
Yes.
Dis Thaladar. And that she was looking for more information about our whereabouts and the nature of the threat in Eric Bar. I am not encouraged by this message.
No.
I trust the people from my order, but I also realize that people can be swayed, and if anything has proven swayable, it is via the agents of the dark, such as Fasak. I wonder if we need a different conduit for this message. Yes, Avradis. Any ideas?
When I was advisor to the High King, there's a possibility that I would have met the High Mark.
Unlikely.
Unlikely?
The High Mark never leaves Ithane Basul. There is no logical reason for them to do so.
Worth a shot.
Worth
So,
a shot.
If not Gavrel and Barthella, we could of course try the Duskwarden again. I have a better sense of trust from him, of course, for many reasons. The other option is we keep it a little bit more below the radar, Gottfried. And I reach
But
out
this
to...
this message really isn't betraying any secrets. It is more a logical gambit that would appeal to an elf. I don't think it won't reveal our plans. It won't reveal our position. It's simply a signal that we are ready to first acknowledge our crime in their eyes and that we have reasons for it. Well, it's up to you. I think it should be sent regardless.
Well, I think that if we think about the elvish structures of power, then it makes sense to send it to an elf.
Yes.
So I would relay this message back to Gavrel and Barthella, because she is the conduit I know of.
You can give me a history check
Sure.
with disadvantage. Because this would have been Malabranche, who was the advisor to the king. So you're trying to bring back memories from a previous life.
Another
as it
life.
were.
First of all.
History, we say.
Fucking time, eh?
And that one, and a nat 20.
Oh, wow.
You definitely met someone of very big importance within the Ithane democracy, but you can't remember who.
Ah.
I know really important people. Just don't ask me, because I don't remember them.
No
All right, you relay that to the Duskwarden.
Yes. No, to Gavrel and Barthella.
Oh, sorry, yes, Gavril
Yeah.
and Barthella. And the response is, this is insufficient information. Please send more.
I was very careful to make it 25 words. I don't know what these bastards want from us. You're going to be on the
elves.
phone for the next 3 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have we just paid for that message as well?
No, that was from mine.
Okay, good. Because I only have enough money for one more message. Thanks to
I have no more spell slots. I can't spend any more messages, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we
It
have
is
a
nearing
journey.
the end of day.
Yeah.
Do
Do we meet up with Georgie at least at this
Yeah.
point in time?
Yeah, I think I would have, whilst being back, stocked up on food for our journey.
Sure.
How much is that going to put me back?
5 gold.
Great.
It's probably time we met Higard.
Before we do, can I just have maybe just a chat to all of you? So, not far, Georgie, from here is our hometown. And despite the fact that when I tried to contact my mother, she did not want to speak to me, there is still an object of immense power and danger there, and potentially one that we could use in the future if we need to access the Shadowfell. I'm talking, of course, of the book.
You mentioned this book before.
I don't want anything to do with it. This book is dangerous. It brought misery and ruin to me and my friends and those around me. But it is still an object that should not fall into the hands of the shadow if they pass this way. I am proposing to inform you all of its location. If we feel it's an asset that we can control and use in the future, let's collect it, but not in my hands. Gottfried, as a scholar, I think a book like that would be best kept in your hands. So.
I'm amenable to this, yes, of course. Knowledge is power. Do you want to go back to that place, though?
I mean, it's out of our way to
It
go
is.
and
Yes.
collect it. We have a much more pressing task at hand. Is it going to help us directly with what we're doing?
Not right now, but
So perhaps
just-
it's something in the future that we try and get, or if there's anybody else that you can contact from back home that might actually reply to you.
I think unleashing some shadow monsters upon a bunch of centaurs might be...
Well, we don't know
Bring in
what
the
it
reinforcements.
yeah,
does. I
reinforcements.
mean, the clock is ticking for Eric Barr. We should hurry.
No, but I'm suggesting sending someone off to get it and meeting up with us later. Just if the shadow is marching across this land, I don't want it to consume this valuable resource.
Would you be happy telling the Black Scale about this book and let them look after it?
I wouldn't be against us sending some members of the Black Scale to
Secure.
aid our village.
Yes.
There we go.
That was the
2
comment.
birds and 1 stone.
I did inform my mother Nora about the encroaching darkness and asked her to get people to safety.
How nice of you.
Okay. So,
So we'll inform the Black Talon about that.
yeah.
The Black Talon specifically. When the jury's still out on the Black Scale, I think.
Yeah, a little scary.
So you're informing the captain, not the Lord who has given you protection.
I feel like we should go to the person who's given us protection. Yeah, that's who we've been dealing with.
Yeah, which
All
means
right.
it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we'll have to. Yeah.
All right. You're still here.
I know.
I've got a report from the Eric Bar. Apparently they're building some kind of gigantic trebuchet.
Yeah. We are going
We'll be
very, very
leaving
soon.
shortly. I have one. I'm Doran. Thank you, by the way, for agreeing to bring me back.
Yeah, man.
Your comrades have a lot more faith in your capabilities than your demonstration.
I hope I will not let them down. But for now, I have one request, and a delicate one at that, if you can help.
Another.
There is a book of immense power, a book which is capable of opening portals to the Shadowfell. It resides not far from here. It is a dangerous book, and one that needs to be protected. I would task you with sending some trusted agents to collect that book and bring it to safety. I can tell you exactly where it is.
And this book poses a threat to dwarf kind.
It is on dwarven lands.
Why wasn't it reported to the scale the moment you found it?
Because a foolish young dwarf did something very stupid and hid it.
I see.
This is a secondary concern. If there are crimes that need to be considered, we can deal with that later. Right now we have a threat that needs to be resolved.
I'll send some men. Is there anyone guarding the secret book?
No, just the dirt under the tree.
I would love it if it went, my mother.
Very well, I'll send out some people.
Right.
Shall we depart, friends?
Let's find this Captain Chappie. Yes. Haggard.
All right. You find Captain Haggard. She is with her crew in one of the taverns, and she glances at all of you. And right, so my ship, my crew, my rules. I'll take you where you want to go, but if there's any threat to my people, I'm gone. Clear?
Crystal.
Yeah.
Clear.
If you try and deceive me, I'll throw you off my ship. Clear?
Ah.
Clear.
Good. Then we will leave at first light tomorrow morning. If you're not there, you're not on my ship. Clear?
Clear.
Right. Now, let's get drunk.
Clear.
Wonderful. Please.
All right, the night is spent with perhaps alcohol.
Clear
Yes.
heads
Not for
prevail.
Gottfried.
Not for Gottfried.
No.
I will be up all night peeing.
Georgie is getting drunk. She has needed this. She has had so much responsibility and grief weighing down on her. She is dancing on the tables. She's, swinging off the rafters. She's having a good old time.
Just letting her hair down.
Yep, she is messy.
About 3 hours into the night, seeing Georgie enjoying herself, Doran has also had a few drinks, and he's going to start singing.
Oh God.
And he's got a little drinking song ready for you all. Oh, in the glen where shadows linger, by the mountains tall and steep, lived a dwarf named Thorin Stoutbeard who loved the moon so deep. Each night he'd raise his tankard in the moonlight shining clear, and toast his distant love, though she could never once draw near. Oh, drink to the moon, boys, drink to the sky. Dreams of dwarves, they soar so high. Our legs are short, our hearts are wide, our passion, our lust to the moon are tied. There's many more verses. He falls in love with the moon and he falls into the water because he's trying to kiss the reflection. That's how it goes in the end.
And there we go. Lovely. Avery? Godfrey's gone to bed.
No.
Are you imbibing? Are you enjoying? Or are you sleeping?
Enjoying the performance, but not joining.
Very good.
I think she's gonna drunk ring Charles.
Yes!
Yay!
Interesting.
I forgot. I've got to do a thing. I've got to do the ring. Ring.
Don't roll for it.
Ring.
What is it?
Just like calling you, seeing how you are. Where are you?
Are you drunk?
Like a tinsy little bit of ale, like tiny, that big. Yes, I am drunk. Are you?
No.
Oh,
So you are all right.
I am letting off some steam. It's been a lot.
How is Alexander?
He's healing. They are getting him a new leg, so that's really good. And he's learning to take all the information in. So, yeah, that. How are you? Look nice. Like what you've done with your hair.
Has Alexander told you of the situation?
Well, that perhaps like an engagement might be in the works, but like sounds like he's still assessing the situation. You know how you have tried to marry a kid. He's only you understand, don't you? Like it's not a good idea, is it? Like really.
You are drunk.
Yeah, but drunk people tell no lies.
I see. And so are you really upset that he is engaged to me because of the age difference? Or is it because you are jealous?
Can Avery hit it?
I mean, I'm probably doing it right next to you.
I can probably hear it. I'm asleep.
Yeah. I think it's just like
Head and hands like, just tell her you love her. God.
If I were jealous, like, what would you think about that?
I think that you are very drunk. And whatever I say to you would be taking advantage of the situation.
Well, you can take advantage of me if you like.
Is there someone there with you?
Yeah, everybody's here. Like it's Avery. Alice, over there. Yeah, that's and the old one, Gottfried.
Why don't we have this conversation tomorrow?
Oh, I might not be brave enough to say stuff tomorrow. Okay. Where are you?
I cannot tell you that.
Okay. Well, it was nice speaking to you. we're going to go and try and kill Fasak. So if you want to help us at any point, you can. That'd be cool.
Sadly, I am trying to kill someone else. So
Who are you trying
I
to
won't
kill?
be able to help you.
Who are you trying to kill?
That would not be wise to tell you.
Are you sure? You don't want to tell me? It's just me. It's just little old Georgie.
Why don't you put your head where all kings put theirs?
Up their asses.
No, on a pillow.
That is also a good idea. That is okay. Well, good luck killing someone so long as it's not something that's conflicting with me. Hopefully.
Let's just say they won't be able to use a pillow.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Love you. Bye. Thanks for offering.
This is going to be a very interesting relationship.
And the whole bar suddenly starts to talk again. Like,
Straight to the sun and the moon and the sheep. Anyway, the following morning, some are brighter than others.
Oh.
long rest, I hope.
Yes, long rest.
Can I have identified the very expensive potion?
You can. Yes,
Just make sure.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
bona fide.
Yeah. It is a potion of hill giant strength, which will increase your strength by +2.
Forever and never, man.
Forever and ever, amen.
Oh, get that down your neck.
Can we
Think of it as a hair of the dog.
Drink this, you'll feel better.
Okay.
She'll drink anything in the morning.
She
right?
is so hungover, and if Godfried's putting that in front of her, then she'll anything to feel better.
Now, it's 1,000 gold pieces, so don't puke. Give us some breakfast quickly.
It's on the same tray that I've put like a daisy in a vase and like just a little bit of like eggs and bacon.
And a gooseberry pie.
Ooh, eats bacon.
Yeah. Bacon's good. Bacon's good.
I feel so strong.
The strength is now 21. That's going to be good.
Can I be 21?
Yeah.
With this thing.
Okay.
Plus, so your +4 goes to +5.
Oh my god, I'm so strong.
Affects everything.
Got a lot of maths to do.
Fuck yeah.
Captain Higgard is waiting.
Oh, I'm already there.
I like a man who's prompt.
Good morning.
Right.
Helping the barbarian.
We
up
get
there.
like six or seven dwarves to get the enormous barbarian on the
They
ship.
all kind of take their hats off as you walk past because everyone heard that conversation.
So embarrassing.
You are going to have the horrors all day.
Oh,
She's
just
gonna
every
get-
time she remembers everything she
Yeah.
said.
And all the sailors are going to come over and give you advice.
Yeah, this is how you woo it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope the Undertaker was there for that.
Yeah.
The ship, the
Sheldon.
the Sheldon.
Sheldon.
Sheldon. Yeah.
Sheldon.
Sheldon. Yes. She's not a huge ship. She's not a warship. She's got 4 ballista, which is a standard complement for a ship of this size. She's about 120 foot in length and has the remarkable resemblance of being very dwarvish in design. It looks like an eagle without wings. So the head looks very sort of eagle-like. Lots of brass has been applied to it, and then you can see the very neat dwarvish runes which line the length of her hull. And then she has these 2 large horizontal masts which look like the wings of an eagle sticking out from either side of her hull. And then she has a very tall one sticking out the top. And she is docked alongside one of the towers that is attached to the black talons, the black scale, tower and sort of construct. And once you're on board, they lower down the bottom sail. So there's one out the bottom, one out the top, dorsal and ventral sails, and then also the laterals. And with a flick of it, the ship starts to move forward and upwards. And it's almost like being on an elevator. There's no sense of sudden movement or anything, although there is movement. Right.
Don't puke the expensive potion.
Fine. Fine.
I've been informed by Lord MacTandy that you wish to travel to Eric Bar.
Yeah,
I've also been informed by the Lord that Eric Bar is currently under siege,
correct.
and that they potentially have fairly high capacity ballista, which may be in the control of the enemy.
Yeah.
I will not approach closer than 10 miles of the city.
Very well.
However, the ship is now under your command. Where are we going, and what is our course?
Most direct and fastest route.
So,
We have already wasted time.
so departing west from Hordach and cutting across north through this island and approaching Eric Bar from the rear would be my course of action. Is this about 10 miles across this little water body?
Each of the squares is 200 miles, so that
Okay.
water body is about 60,
Okay.
give or take. That
If you
channel.
can get us close enough as possible to Eric Bar, we can travel the rest of the distance ourselves, Captain.
Can we travel 10 miles?
Are you aware
8
that
hours.
the waters are no longer safe?
We intend to fly, Captain.
Very good. Once you have left the ship, I've been instructed to wait for no more than 7 days.
Okay.
At that point, my ship and my crew will leave. Is that clear?
Okay. How close can you wait for us? At the same location?
We can wait at the same location, although there might be a small deviance of about a mile, depending on whether the enemy have the capacity to fly. I have not received any reports that this is true at the moment. I believe they are centaurs, and the last time I checked, they don't have wings.
We may need to come up with a different place to meet up if it takes longer than 8 hours. Because that's how long we can fly.
I see.
How many
Is there-
fellows do we have?
We have 4.
One each.
One each.
Could cost
Is there any way to
flying
keep in contact with you, Captain? I mean, I guess we know you, so I can message you mentally, psychically, and agree at a different location to meet, perchance, if we can't.
I would
Get
prefer
you
it if we
there.
were to set a different location now, so
Now.
there's no confusion.
Good.
Good. That's why she's the captain.
Well, we need to choose a land location, and I would say that someplace along the coastline here.
Well, I mean, if this scale is quite large, I mean, there's a significant kind of peninsula
Here,
on the eastern side, yeah.
yeah, these are marshlands and
It is,
mangroves,
yeah.
and so we could get there technically.
Sure.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Well, lots of angry merfolk. But then, if they're mind controlled and we've killed,
Let's
maybe not so bad.
Yeah. Well, if we can't fly to you, then we would need you to come and pick us up from this peninsula here, Captain. I guess either way, you need to wait for our signal within the 7 day window we have.
Very
Either
well.
A message or some big explosion or otherwise from the city.
Clear.
Is there the marshland just next to Eric Bar? Does that run all the way up to the city proper?
I believe it does.
Would there perhaps be some sort of sewage runoff from the city?
I'm fairly certain that's what they would have made use of it for.
Perhaps if one doesn't mind the sneaking up the ship pipe, as it were.
Mhm.
Fly.
I'm worried about George's stomach.
My constitution is
Your journey time to the initial drop-off is going to be 2 days and about 3 hours.
I will be recovered by then.
Yeah. Is it possible to drop us there already at this point in time? Is that too close to the city, or it's okay? Because it might be easier.
We will manage.
It might be easier for us to fly out of the city, save our feathers, and
save our
fly
feathers.
out.
Yeah. And we want to get there
to
fast.
still 2.5 days.
Okay.
Is that more?
Sounds like a plan.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
Let's do that.
And then we climb in through the sewers.
Won't be the first time I've snuck in through someone's bathroom.
You're Everardus now, not
Oh.
Avery.
That was at the university, perhaps. Good for you.
You are whoever you want to
split
be.
by.
Shall we settle this once and for all? Let's say 1 to 6, Avery, 7 to 12. Everard.
Can't argue with the dice.
Is this on a daily
Yeah.
basis that you're rolling?
This is once and for all, I said. You roll it.
Oh, I see.
Oh, very kind.
Avery,
Avarardus.
Shut up.
Can I do a sleight of hand or something?
Are you literally getting to roll dice?
Yeah.
Then yes. If you want to
Sleight of
cheat,
I
then
do.
you can give us a perception check.
Sure.
Okay. +0 dexterity, no problem. 10.
As middling as it gets.
No.
Yeah, 14.
So you notice that Godfried may not have read the dice correctly.
We'll go with what he said.
Avarardus it is, if that's what you want.
Avarardus.
Between the two of us, we know. Yeah. And I'll give you a little.
For 2 days, the ship
Avarardus.
sails almost directly west. The first day of your journey, it is thundery. Great big clouds block your path. And your ship's journey is slowed, unfortunately.
Do we want to try and contact Droon or somebody who's on the inside to get the lay of the land of what's happening within the city?
Maybe
Good
find
idea.
out when you're not drunk what Charles is actually up to. Let's.
Yeah, she might do that.
Let the poor girl. You know.
Although, like George, as she was sobering up, she will have told you absolutely everything because she will have been cringing, feeling awful, but she will have made sure that
I'd
you
like
all
to
know.
if Charles still has anyone in the city that we can rely on for aid.
Well, you know that Bentin's in the city because you spoke to her.
Yeah,
right?
you've
but
got
vampires
connection.
as well.
Well, let's find it from Benton. Anyway,
Yeah.
what's going on? Yeah.
And Georgie will have also updated you all on what Alexander had said about the High Mark having us under investigation,
Yep.
King uncontactable,
Taking his destiny into his own hands.
taking his all that sort of, that will be the protectors of the realm. Like she's just like info dumped
Pouring,
everything.
Speaking of Bentin, you can send to Bentin, right?
Yeah, I mean, if for 2
Can I
days
get
I can
more
send 6
booze,
messages.
perhaps?
You want me to message her about her boobs?
It's a little side note, but maybe just check up on her.
Okay, well,
See
I'll
if she's managed
check
to
up on her.
recruit.
On the first day with the storm, the response is simply that the trebuchet is nearly finished. Are you coming?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to
Alright.
fireball that trebuchet, man.
Yeah.
Blow
Any
up
other
in
messages on
space.
day one?
Yeah, I would send a message to the Dane as well.
Yes.
The Dane of Eric Bar that we are coming and that look out for us and we're going to try and do a strike.
Can we be
assault.
sure we can trust him?
No, but
I would have relayed through Bentin that we're coming through the sewers. Should be there two and a bit days.
All right. The Dane responds with, I'm not sure how long we can hold out. If by air, avoid trebuchet.
which
we
we
know-
assume is at the front of them.
He doesn't say.
We should
I
find that out.
respond to
Find that
him, where is the trebuchet?
Oh. There's a hillock overlooking the citadel south.
Okay.
I'd love to do a drive-by on that. It'd be amazing. Drop a fireball.
Yeah, is there anything we can do to destroy it?
I mean, 5% thing on fire with a fireball. I think
Day
that might work.
2, the thunderstorm remains. Higard unfortunately reports that you will only be arriving on the 3rd day
Oh dear.
in the evening.
Can we message somebody to establish if anybody has any idea where somebody even remotely like Fazak might be? Is there a command tent? Is there something that somebody spied from the walls?
I can ask the Dane for that.
Between the
information.
Dane and Benteen,
Yeah.
it becomes clear that there are 2 groups of enemies. Where Fasak is, couldn't tell you. They do not know. The citadel is besieged by undead. The centaurs are surrounded by undead and are being converted into undead. But as to where Fasak is, not a clue. Centaurs have taken the city. The citadel is all that remains.
Oh shit.
So maybe I can also ask the Dane if there is a secret message a secret passage or some entrance into the citadel.
They've sealed it all up because they were traitors.
Because of the
Day 3,
Well,
didn't die.
it is windy, but the storm has cleared.
okay.
We almost want the storm cover when we approach.
Yeah.
Mm.
It feels like if we can destroy this trebuchet, this is going to be a
A big blow.
big help to us.
Yeah, well, I think we have to. So, especially now, if the city itself has actually fallen.
In the afternoon, as your ship is approaching the coastline, you've been crossing that bay. As you are approaching, the city is way off in the distance, more of a dark purple than anything else in terms of information. But there is suddenly a brilliant orange bloom, which then turns very black. It looks like a fiery explosion.
It might be good. Someone else might have set fire to
In
the
the
trebuchet.
citadel.
Difficult to tell because you can see the coastline and you can see probably that's where the city is because you can see the very dark forest to the south. And then suddenly you see this big orange bloom that turns black and then slowly starts turning into a cloud.
It's like a massive
Something's
mushroom cloud explosion. What does the captain say?
Not seen something like that.
We
You
need
got
to
a spyglass?
No.
Do we see any data with the...
As you look through the spyglass, it becomes very, very apparent. The explosion was from something impacting... Oh, hello, butterfly.
Yeah.
Something impacting onto the side of the citadel.
Okay.
And you can see the whole side of the citadel is sort of coated in this black sludge,
Oh, God.
which is on fire.
Oh, dear.
Then looking to the south, you can see the hillock that the dwarf was referring to. It's probably about 100-foot high mound of earth from aeons past. And on top of it is a colossal trebuchet. Your best guess is this is about 60 to 70 foot high. And its arm is counterweighted, and you can see that there are about 50 centaurs, undead, that are pulling the weight back to reset the trebuchet, because it's a counterweight, right?
It's the difference between a trebuchet and a catapult. One has a counterweight, right?
Yeah, so the trebuchet is...
Trebuchet is counterweight, catapult is torsion.
Yeah.
You do get torsion trebuchets, but not very common, because the range is less.
I think that if we were to destroy this thing, we might bring Fazak to us. You understand? This thing is essential to the conquering of the tower. We destroy it, we make our presence felt, maybe Fazak will come to us. Captain, you understand what's happening, you can see. Would you be prepared to take us close enough, perhaps 150 feet away from that trebuchet?
She has the spyglass, and she says, under no circumstances.
All right.
Look. And she points, and around the base of the hill, you can see these 4 very large ship-scale ballista that are pointed upwards.
And we shot out of the sky.
What if we eliminated those?
Well, I could go invisible, use the feather to fly, drop a fireball. I'll be exposed after I cast the spell because I'll come visible again. But if I have even 6 seconds, I can go invisible again because I don't need to concentrate without the feather, right?
Last time someone was
I'm
aerial.
going to do it.
Do you think a fireball is enough to take out a 70-foot trebuchet, Godfrey?
It's a 40-foot...
And the
40-foot fireball.
ballistas.
I'm just going to go for the trebuchet.
It launched something explosive at the citadel. So maybe timing is of the essence here, because if you can explode
Get it.
what
Yeah.
is loaded in there,
Yeah. Well, one way or another, I have to get closer.
it's very risky.
I know. I don't care.
Is there anything else we can do to aid you? I mean,
Sort of
really
a
not
potion
got-
of invisibility. Never mind.
As you are approaching, you can see a little more detail.
Mhm.
The centaur skeletons that are busy pulling the trebuchet counterweight into place. They all seem to be directed by black-robed individuals. There are 8 in total that you can kind of identify. It's difficult. They do head into this fairly large tent, which has been set up near the trebuchet.
do they give us the same sort of vibes as the explodey heady cloak?
From episode 1.
Yeah. Well, no,
2.
3.
Yeah, they do. Similar kind of posture and that sort of thing. But they seem to be the ones directing all of that. Because you've got the spyglass and you've got hours of approach still, so you can still see what's going on. In terms of the fireball idea, the trebuchet itself is flinging these keg is the wrong word, but the name of it escapes me. It is the largest form of casket that you get, like 6 foot in diameter.
Like a
casket.
wagon almost.
Sorry?
Like a wagon almost.
It's almost the size of a wagon, yes, absolutely. And these appear to be filled with pitch. It's set on fire and then it's lobbed. And as you are approaching, you can see a second one of these is...
Is there a place where all those casks are being stored?
Absolutely.
Oh, baby.
Absolutely. They're being brought one up in a wagon at a time from a camp down at the bottom of the hill. They get loaded in by these. The centaurs lock the trebuchet in place first. Then they load the barrel on. Then one of these black-robed figures comes out, makes some adjustments. The whole trebuchet is on like this cog system. And then it gets fired. And this barrel, as it hits the side of the citadel, you can see the whole citadel sort of shudder.
Yeah.
And then there's that brilliant bloom of fire. And more of it is now ignited.
I don't think there's any time to think.
Yeah, but these things are being controlled by something. That's what we learned when we during the attack. So where's it being controlled from?
I will take out
The
the
tent?
pitch, blow it all up, blow it all
Right.
to pieces,
Why
so
don't
they have
you
no
blow it
ammunition.
as they're loading one?
I get the ammunition, blow it all up.
There's no point of trebuchet.
Yeah, but
with
then
no
the
ammunition is,
undead centaurs are going to be launched through it.
but they're not going to blow up the side of the.
My hope
Yeah.
is the explosion will be enough. How close are the casks, the storage of casks, to the trebuchet itself?
Probably about it's down the hill.
Mm.
So as
Fuck
the
it.
crow flies, maybe 100 feet.
I'm sure I'll do some damage with another fireball to the trebuchet. My
Right.
first is the ammunition.
Well, I would suggest it's the other way around. As they load it onto the trebuchet, you hit that, and then on the way back, you hit the ammunition.
I might be dead by then.
But it's a big
At least the
gamble.
ammunition might hit the trebuchet.
Ammunition, at least. No ammunition, the tower stays up. And all of this chaos will hopefully attract Fazak, who might even be in that tent.
Yeah, have we
And
got
then
any
you come
other way
on
of
top
locating
of that and kill him. And if not, if you don't kill Fazak, you kill these leaders, these dark creatures. This is the time to act.
him? Okay.
We can actually do something this time.
I'd still like to get into the city, personally. While you guys go ahead.
But we need you.
We do.
If Fazak appears, we will need everyone to
We
beat
can't
the
do this
shit
without
out
you.
of that creature. You can't leave us now.
We need people. There's only 4 of us.
They are locked in the citadel, Avaratus. What are we going to ask them? They are stuck waiting for the walls to come crumbling down. At least if we take out the trebuchet now, it gives them a chance. We do the trebuchet, then we climb into the city and try and mobilize a force.
I am asking you for the feather.
Yeah.
Take feather. Cast invisibility. Well, it's an hour away. Basically, I'm within an hour. I'm going to cast invisibility. It lasts for an hour. I'm going to fly for that trebuchet. Like a maniac.
And we are going to circle around, sort of down here, and try and approach from the south, right? Because that's where you're going to be.
Mm-hmm.
To do something, but I don't know if I do it or if it's smart.
What do you want to do?
I don't want to roll for either. That's stupid. I might steal a feather and fly
You
myself
have one,
onto-
don't you?
But when
There's
you
4
pluck
feathers.
it, when you pluck it,
Oh,
get
you
the-
pluck it, yeah.
Yeah.
As the feathers are being gifted out, I might steal one
Well, I
and
mean, we all
immediately
need them.
dive off the side of the ship. And
Well, you don't need to steal it. Just
We all need to fly. But where you decide to fly, it's up to you.
I might go solo.
yes.
But it's a bad idea.
I think it's a terrible
30 episodes is a
idea.
good amount of
I am
episodes,
going
right?
to need you to save my ass.
You have yourself to save. I have romantical interests inside the city that need me.
You telling us that?
Dude.
Do you say that before you launch off the side of the ship?
You cannot abandon us in our hour of need for a hookup.
I think I do.
All right, so you're leaping over the side and you're heading towards the citadel.
Towards the marshland, where I think there might be an easier way to sneak in without being so visible.
Right, because you can't turn invisible.
No.
That leaves Durin and
You're gonna fly?
Georgie.
I'm shouting up.
don't-
Avaratus, where are you
Shut up,
going?
You're going to get shot out of the sky. You know?
Yeah, but I'm not approaching the city.
He's coming down
directly.
here on the marshland, which is away from the trebuchets and stuff like that. So there is a potential he won't get shot out of the sky.
I sort of,
But
you see me walking up and I grab a feather and I'm like, they need me. And I hop off backwards.
We need you.
We need you, you silly man. You're going to get us all killed. Anyway, I'm off.
You're off.
Mm.
Are you turning invisible first before you
Oh,
start?
gotcha.
Yes,
Yeah.
right. So visibly,
It's a less an hour.
You
requires
wrap.
concentration, but concentration even.
Captain
What
Higgard looks
the-
at you. You have now changed the plan.
evidently, the plan has been changed.
I understand that. It's clear. However,
Yeah.
where am I picking you up from in 7 days?
Same location.
Fine.
Thank you for your service.
Get us as close as you can to the south.
We're aiming for that tent, so
Yeah.
Those are ship scale ballista. I'm not dropping you any
Nope.
closer than 3 miles.
thank you. That
That's
is
fine.
better than you said you would.
And are you leaping off the side of my ship, or are we actually lowering you down to the ground?
We can fly. What's going to
If
be
they can
better?
drop us off, then at least we'll have 2 feathers in case we need to be airborne.
Okay.
Keep at least one for yourself. You can fly, can't you?
I can.
Yeah. Well, 3 miles. How long is that going to take us to
Well,
walk?
why don't we use 1 feather and you carry me?
Oh, okay. Let's do that.
Did that
21
before.
strength.
Nothing went wrong, right?
Yeah.
that was the thing. I was carrying her, now she can
Yeah.
carry me.
Oh,
so it's gonna be
okay.
much better.
Oh,
That'll be fine.
Because it's like the metal underbelly,
That'll be totally
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
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 heavily armored.
Damnif rubs his hands together.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. We get as close as we can, and Georgie plucks the feather. There's 1 feather left to be plucked. I can fly. Well, I've never done this before. Bloody hell.
I'm glad you're not hungover.
Me
Yes,
too.
this is day 3. So
Yeah.
yes. All right. Well, day 4 actually. Okay, so you have
Fucking
arrived
hell.
at this point. You are sailing towards these murky mangrove swamps. Give me a perception check, please.
Perception check coming up.
See the Tarrasque lying
Mm.
in wait for you.
That's a 7.
7. The swamps in this low light dusk as you are sailing towards them look still and calm. And you can see where they abut against the citadel wall. However, you do realize that there are centaurs that have managed to make it to the battlements. They are armed with their very long bows. So where are you landing in the swamp?
Under the cover of foliage.
Very good.
And I shall be sort of like Ramboing up, putting bracken and loose leaves about myself.
Okay.
Make a
Roll a d6 for me. 1, 2, or 3, it's low tide. 4, 5, or 6, it's high.
2.
It is low tide at the moment.
Beneficial.
There are sandy beaches that spread out amongst the fingers of the mangrove trees as they grow on their little channels. This allows you to move fairly easily, although it is swampish. The two of you land near the edge of the forest, the famous fatal forest that you have been to many times before. You have a 3-mile trek in the dusk.
Well, we're still flying, right?
It doesn't take you long because the
Yeah.
ship will get you there very, very quickly.
Yeah.
But yes, you arrive at dusk.
We're heading towards the clay pots. The big,
That's into the forest.
No, towards the tent.
The big
Not
towards
the clay
tent.
pots,
Oh.
the casks.
Casks.
The casks, right, sorry. Clay
Towards-
pots were in
towards
the
the
pit.
trebuchet,
Yes,
towards the
gotcha.
trebuchet area.
You're heading towards the trebuchet.
Where it seems to
How?
be the where all the things coming out.
Indeed.
Flying low to the ground to try and not to be seen. What's the ground like? Is it very
It's
long
grassland.
grasses? Or...
Grassland.
Yeah, I think trying to keep
You drink out of
as
the
low as
bugs
we can,
out of your face as you fly.
unless you've got any other way to try and disguise us a bit.
I don't have any way to disguise us. I can just give you eyes of night so you can see now, 300 feet in dark vision.
That would
be
be
useful.
Very useful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you have that. That's not a problem.
Got any other, I can detect spooky, scary, evil things. Anything like that from your god? Maybe pray.
I can pray because that's all that's left for me now.
Yep.
Yep. Help protect us from this one. This is the path I have chosen. We are going to fight the darkness with Help
With
my
a-
friends.
with a
I'm kind of imagining
an
like
rocket.
Georgie is like flying low to the ground like this, and then Doran is kind of on her back.
Skateboarding?
So you could,
Yeah.
almost like surfing Georgie.
Mm,
Keeping low to the ground and trying to keep like
No response from Helva.
Okay.
worth a try.
However, I would like you both to make perception checks, please.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
20.
Perception.
Nice.
11.
You notice it first. The centaurs have got patrols moving around at the base of the hill. You're going to have to try and avoid them.
Yeah.
Because as much as you want to fly low, you're wearing metal armor. Yeah. So that is what you notice. Invisibly, you are sailing towards this hill, and you can see the 4 trebuchets are tracking the ship, which, looking behind you, you can see is very small. But the trebuchets are slowly moving around. The centaur are not driving the trebuchets. These trebuchets are all being driven by, they must be the Vok, the black-skinned creatures from the Shadow Realm. They are all watching as the ship sails around, and you can see the several centaur battalions of sort of 6 are heading out to the south as the ship has gone to the south.
I see. Okay.
You are continuing towards the casks.
So I'm flying Mary Poppins style, like this. I'm not doing that shit.
Oh,
Right. Just it's an important detail.
sure. You are
Yeah.
invisible. Exactly.
It's just
If you're like, I'm
it's
flying
important
like
for
this.
me.
I'm flying
Yes.
like this.
All right.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm a
300 feet to the
I'm an
casks.
elderly death rocket. I'm going for it.
200 feet. 100 feet.
150 feet.
150 feet.
Fireball.
The moment you cast Fireball, you'll become visible.
I know.
Do you have dark vision?
No.
I mean, okay.
Thankfully, there are torches
Yeah,
around.
I was hoping.
Because not all of them have dark vision, but the Vok don't really need much light. So your chances of hitting, there is a chance that you might miss. I know Fireball is normally a dexterity saving throw. Casks cannot make them.
Indeed.
This is more about you seeing the right point
Gotcha.
and not misinterpreting it.
What I might do then.
Closer.
Where's Saul?
I've been told I'm not allowed to do his voice. Only you can.
By who?
Someone in the
Viewers.
comments.
Really?
Yes.
Then I have to have a conversation with myself. Is that what you want? Okay. In that case, so I need your help. Fuck is it now, you old bastard? Just fly ahead of me and, use your ears so that I can place this fireball in the right place. Big pile of casks, yes? Help me out. Just do the thing. Nah. And off he goes. I
So
hope.
you basically have this bead.
Yes. Yeah. I want him, as he gets a little closer, I'm going to tell him, I actually need you to land on it and I'm going to fireball you. I'm sorry. You'll come back. Don't worry. I need a precise bead. You don't mind, do you? It's just a ritual and then you're back again. I don't ask this. I've never asked this from you before. I must ask you now. It will be painless. You have only one hit point. And so, and then I cast, you will go back to hell and then I'll summon you back again. And I tell you what, I promise you, I will procure you a mate.
We'll be back next week to find out what the answer is to that proposal. Anyway, right.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Oh.
Plans changed.
I had to come up with something on the spot and that's the best I could do.
Chaos.
Favorite moment, number 9, Scott. Oh my God.
Ooh. Yeah, throwing a wrench in everyone's plan last
Yeah.
minute.
Mhm.
Classic Avery style. No regrets.
Well, not yet. 'Cause-
Yeah, you
Yes.
died yet.
Bit early to regret.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Any favorite moments?
Yeah, the no regrets part.
Oh, the no regrets part. I see. All right, I'm sure we're going to get comments about that. Interesting choice. Can I ask why you made it? Because you were vacillating whether you should roll for it, or were you role playing?
I appreciate everyone's thinking, but I see the necessity for some sort of reinforcement.
Okay.
I don't think there's a bat's chance in hell
Fair enough.
of you guys pulling off a 3-man operation against the whole army as soon as you appear. I don't think it's not going to work.
Do you intend to cast invisibility? Okay. If I
That would
survive
account
that,
for
6
you,
seconds.
but there is currently a human riding dwarf hurtling
Well,
towards
Get an
the
initial
camp.
strike, but I just think if we're kicking this off right here, right now, then there needs to be a backup plan right here, right now.
Fair enough.
And then there's the whole love thing, and that needs resolving. I can't leave them any longer to their own fates.
All right, well, we'll see how that pans out next week. Until then, thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.